Hi, this is Roger, and welcome to my 4,000 plus giveaway draw. And no, you're not having that one. Basically, the plants I wish to go have been divided up into 5 groups, and the idea is that you, if you wish to enter the draw, first and foremost you need to live in the EU. I can only post to the EU, sorry. When I get to 5,000 subscribers, I will do something on a more worldwide scale, because I appreciate it's a little unfair. Over 3/4 of my viewers are in the States, and I can't post plants to the States. So I'll think of something else when I get to the 5,000. Anyway, rules of the draw. Must live in the EU, first and foremost, and the idea is that each of the groups will be given a number in the description of this video with their contents. In other words, a list of the names of the plants in that group. And I'd like those who wish to enter to leave a comment against this video. It's no good putting it against other videos, it needs to go against this one. And which of the groups you would like to win. Please only enter once. If there are multiple entries that I spot when I'm doing the draw, I'll enter the person into the draw with the lowest group number. So any others will be discarded. So please only enter once and say the group number you wish to be entered into. And then in about a week, probably next Friday, I will actually do the draw. And then obviously the winners will need to contact me privately with posting details. And by privately, the easiest way, quite honestly, is to use my channel email address, which I will also put in the description of this video. That way they're all together and I don't have to go hunting high and low for them. So that's the idea of the draw. Please only enter for one group, so only enter once, and I'll use channel names rather than personal names, because although some people I do know personally, that seems a little unfair to those who I don't know personally. So I will only use channel names in the draw, and I'll probably do that electronically because I've lost me hat. You know, just a random number generator. So that's the idea, and I'll wish everybody luck. And yeah, see how you get on. Choose your plants carefully, or your group carefully, although they're all mixed up. That was the idea, is that you get an assortment rather than all the same. I thought that would be a nicer idea. Some people may be trying a genus for the first time as a consequence. That will be fun. And what I will do is when I post them off, I will put a letter in with each one, identifying the plants and a little idea about how you might want to look after them, and I'll put their repot date in that note so that you know how long they've been in their pot, so you can work out when, you know, when they might be due to be repotted. And any that really ought to be got on with repotting, I'll also put that in there as well, because some are due to be done, but that will be somebody else's job. Okay, good luck, and I hope it all goes smoothly and it all goes well, and we'll see how we get on. And I'll see you following on from this video in about a week's time when I do the draw. Thanks for dropping by, and the rest of this video will be the individual groups showing the plants. If you want to look at the plants and hear me talk about them, the video prior to this one, which is titled something like Drastic Action, These Are the Orchids to Go, if you watch that video you'll get quite a good look at the plants, a chat about them, and where possible pictures of what the blooms look like for those that have already bloomed for me, because I don't use other people's pictures, so I can only put pictures up if I've taken them myself. That's how I like to work. So that video really precedes this one, but this is the one where you enter the draw. And again, good luck. Right, this is lot number 1. It consists of Prosthechea radiata, about to bloom. I'll do my best not to break that spike. There's a Bulbophylum dearii with a nice strong new growth coming out. Coelogygne fimbriata, multiple new growths on that one. There's a little Oncidium type here with a nice new growth pushing out on top of its previous bulb with some roots coming and signs of some what might end up being weak new growths out of the back of the plant, but that's the main new growth on that one. And then this is a Dendrobium just potted up that was sold as Victoria-reginea, but I believe it's a cross. Now there's a 3 cane plant in there and a kiki that's just been stuck in. It looks high in the pot, but because I didn't condition the roots, I wanted to keep just the tips of the roots in the pot for now. So that's lot number 1, 5 plants. This is group number 2, and that is a Bifrenaria harrisoniea. Latest new growth, bigger bulb than previous ones, pot full of roots, quite a mature looking plant now. Try and get it to bloom, I dare you. This is a nobile type, Dendrobium Prima Donna. Nice new growth and some roots pushing out the bottom. Roots in other places which might signify more than one new growth on that, but that's a wait and see. This is a no ID Cattleya. Beautiful blooms, and I charge extra for the ant. Little tyke, missed him. It does have very nice blooms. It's not going out in that pot. I will repot it in a plastic pot with as minimal root disturbance as possible, but it is currently starting some new roots to go with that new growth, so it's not going to get disturbed too much. I'll try and straighten it up a bit while I'm at it. This is a Brassia Tessa. This has a pot full of roots and a nice new growth coming. Very attractive blooms on that one. These are 2 plants in here with plenty of new growths coming, or some new growths coming, and those are Dendrobium kingianum. This is a Bulbophylum, and it is possibly Crassipes, but not a definite ID on that one. Latest new growths in the centre of the pot, that will need repotting, and I'm not doing it. And this is a little Coelogygne that's stalled at the moment, Coelogygne flaccida. Does have excuse me. It does have attractive blooms, but it hasn't bloomed for me. And again, quite honestly, that could do with repotting. That might kick it back into a spurt of growth. So that's group number 2. Now this is group number 3, and don't complain, somebody's got to have it. So what I've done is what I consider to be an awkward plant that I just don't want, and I doubt if anybody else will really want it. You never know your luck, but I thought I'm going to put what I consider to be the worst plant in with the best plant. I think that's only fair, don't you? So this is Dendrobium come on brain, Spring Dreamer pollen. It's a mature plant. It's got 2 strong new growths coming on it, a shed load of new roots coming out. It might even grow some more canes on top of those 2. It's a good sized plant. That's 2 foot tall. It's a big piece of kit, that one. There's a Coelogygne fimbriata with a shed load of new growths. That's doing well. There's this one, which is an Epicyclia, I believe, Mabel Canda, and it's crossed with Encyclia cordidera. This has got some nice new growths pushing out at the moment with associated new roots. That's quite a nice plant. It's another, actually I thought it was a Coelogygne. It's actually a Maxillaria picta, but it's not the true species. It's probably an alba form. Nonetheless, attractive blooms. There's the thing in the corner, which is Bulbophylum phalaenopsis. No new growths on that, but at least it's grown some roots since it's been in that pot, and that needs getting upside down in some sort of basket or something, or do the other thing with it. And this is Polybulbon. There's no tag on this one. This is a piece that was left after I took all the leads off. Now this is showing some signs of some growth in places. Hopefully it will shoot out in other places, so it's one to try and bring on basically. So that's group number 3. That's going to be a big box. Right, this is group number 4, and this is Coelogygne cristata. Nice pot full of plump bulbs, quite a few new growths coming, doing okay. This is a Pleurothallus, forgotten what it's called now. Something dragonstone. The names will be in the list. That's completely gone out of my head there. Oh. Come on. Restrepiodes. Pleurothallus, Restrepiodes, dragonstone. It has sheaths on some of the leaves. Needs going in a bigger pot with a moisture retentive media, which it hasn't got at the moment, so that'll need a sort out. But it's a quick sort out, not a big deal. This is Rhyncholalia glauca. It's recently pushed out an awful lot of root growth, and there are signs of the new growths coming at the base of this growth and this growth. Not exactly a happy plant, but it's capable of growing well. Excuse the helicopter, it's a training day today. So there's that one to go. This is the other pot of what was labelled as Dendrobium Victoria-reginea, but it's probably a cross with that in it. This has got signs of a new growth just starting at the base. That's probably going to be a kiki, and that might be as well. It does do kikis, that one. It also has bloomed. That's that one. Recently repotted that one, so there's no worries there. And then this is my Jenkinsii aggregatum cross. This is a good plant. Yeah, it's got some lovely strong new growths pushed up this year, and it hasn't finished. There'll be more, and that gets the right sort of care this winter. That will bloom its head off in early winter. Good roots, well attached to the mount, nice plant. So that's group number 4. And finally, group number 5. This is a Prosthechea radiata with a good new growth coming, and a spike which I will do my best not to break. There's another Prosthechea, oh God, come on, brain. It is Prismatocarpa. Latest 2 growths. There is a sheath in one of them, but whether it will bloom or not I don't know. It's going to have to come out of the holy clay pot because it will be just too heavy to post, and they're precious to me, so I'll repot that in some fresh media, keep the roots as intact as I can. What else have we got? This is a kingianum type Dendrobium hybrid. It's growing well, it's got a pot full of roots. And it's okay, believe it or not, in that little pot for a while. The only reason to take it out of there is it tries to climb outside or the media breaks down. This is a little, I think it's a Howiara. I'm pretty confident. It has a new growth which is starting to push out some new roots, albeit a little above the media at the present, but you could always tuck a bit more media around the base. That's that one. Pretty flowers on that too. And this is a little kiki that's pushing out its new growth. Again, good pot full of roots. It has got a name. It's a nobile type, lovely virgin angel, so that's one to grow on. And then there's a Bulbophylum in here, which is Deletescens. One of the few Bulbophylums that's actually bloomed for me. Nice, good, strong new growth here, pushing out its roots at the moment with a nice leaf. So that's group number 5.